Yep,
Are we ready? Are we?
I'm ready.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
This is Lori.
This is Peter.
This is Ginger. Whoop, whoop. And we're with. This is the Action Heroes LA movie review channel. And we are going to be reviewing the
Axel Foley Beverly Hills Cop movie.
4, 5, 6. What number is this? I don't know.
4.
Beverly Hills Cop 4, which is called Axel F. It was straight to Netflix, bringing Eddie Murphy back. What is it? 40 years later, bringing a lot of people back 40 years later.
Yes, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, so yeah, this came out on Netflix or a couple weeks ago. We've been gone a while. We haven't done as many reviews this year because sadly there's just not a lot to see. And Olympic year, y'all. I've been glued to the Olympics for 2 weeks straight,
Yes.
which I am want to do. I love the Olympics. I miss it. I wish I miss turning something on and watching just some random sport.
Yeah.
Pairs badminton was great this year.
Oh, okay.
That was my jam this year. So we're getting back. We did catch this a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Watched it on Netflix. I've been hearing buzz about it. That a lot of people
yes.
say, "Wow, why didn't they release this in the movie theaters?"
Okay.
Do you think they should have released it in the movie theaters? Let's go. What did you think?
I don't think they should have released it in movie theaters.
Uh-huh.
I think it was good.
Yeah.
It wasn't movie good.
Okay.
Movie quality good.
It's kind of this. There's the straight to Netflix is kind of a thing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's becoming kind of a thing. It's movies that they're not quite ready for movie theater quality. They're not bad. They're not.
No, they're not bad.
They're generally not horrible, but there's an element to that they just don't feel like hit y'all. This is like I'm glad I got to see this in the theater. But I would say I was surprised this was. I can see why people were buzzing about it. This ended up being a lot better.
Right.
Than working a lot better than I expected.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it did the typical things when they bring back a character that, especially this one that's so nostalgic now because we're so far from it. But for some reason, it worked. They kind of
it really did work.
Mm-hmm.
I thought some of the ancillary characters that they had on really worked, except for one thing. Everybody looks so old.
Oh, dude, seriously, everybody but Eddie Murphy looked like really, really old coming back to this. And there's a joke about it, which was funny.
Yeah,
that he jokes about
they made a joke
you guys,
in the movie.
Yeah, within the movie with Eddie Murphy, looking. He looks older, but not the way these guys age. Like Judge Reinhold and the other guy who looked old to begin with, and he was probably in his 30s, and he looked like he was in his 60s.
Because he was balding.
Yeah, he was balding back then too. So and they did take the storyline. He's kind of what I thought was fun to do. He's kind of the same person. The same character, he hasn't really changed in 40 years.
Right.
And I think they played upon that because there's a certain, you can act like that when you're young, but when you're still like that when you're older, it's generally movies would try to make that character look like still.
Yes.
There's not a problem with that. But with this, they brought in a drama where he has a grown daughter, and they have a strained relationship, and that kind of works off. It's like, well, you haven't changed. You're still kind of like this young, immature, but you what happened to 40 years of maturity with you and stuff. So,
well, I think for older guys like myself, I think it really worked because. Although physically and a little mentally, you might want to do things, and you do things that worked when you were young, and you you actually change yourself a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But for the younger crowd, it most likely isn't enough because the younger crowd might see, like, Daddy, you're not young like me anymore.
Right, exactly. It's like, why are you doing this?
Yes.
Why are you acting like this?
Yes.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, and especially because she was like kind of a mature.
Mm-hmm.
She was a lawyer and things like that, professional. And,
yes.
And so that contrast between them was
right.
It really worked. They took these dynamics more seriously than you would expect in a comedy, and it really worked. And then there are some of the comedy elements that, like,
yes,
some of the old jokes still worked for me.
Exactly.
I still laughed at.
Yeah. Now, going back at the father-daughter situation, a lot of times I might have needed to, in my younger days, take a shortcut to get to a certain problem.
Okay.
And the daughter, her being a young adult, especially a lawyer within the law, and she's like, no, you're taking a shortcut there.
You're doing. Yeah.
And he says, yeah, that's what you take right there. She's like, Dad, no, you have
can't
to
do it. You got to do it. There are procedures, there's processes.
Right.
There's legal ramifications.
Right.
So.
And I think, as I remember, there is a part where he is taking the shortcut or about to take the shortcut, but decides to do it her way, and she's almost like, no, you know what? We need to do it this way. And then it becomes, okay. Their relationship becomes a little bit better from there because she understands
why
what he's doing, and he then understands what she's trying to do.
They kind of reach a mutual respect for their different approaches to the same thing. So yeah, I appreciated they kind of took a lot of movies they do. It's not that this is a new approach, but they dig deeper in doing this than most movies do. Most movies do it kind of like superficially, and I think that's why this one worked and was as entertaining. Now it's like like I said, if this would have been in movie theaters,
yes,
I was like, I don't know if that was worth the price of a ticket. But
I think you would hate to put the box office as a thing, and then all this time later. It has lost.
Well, I think like putting stuff on Netflix is a safe bet. I think people like, I'll check that out. Yeah, and so Netflix gets the numbers. If it's decent, you get good word of mouth. That's the only reason I knew about it. And I remember hearing they were going to make another one. I had no idea when it was coming out, and all of a sudden it's on Netflix and people are talking about it. So yeah, Netflix is a pretty safe bet doing so.
And somehow the stunts cost a little bit less.
Oh, really?
Well, they had some really nice stunts, and I was just like, wow, that's got to cost, because it seemed to cost the exact same on TV as it does in the movie. But somehow they make it work.
Yeah. So this is Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F, Eddie Murphy's in it, Judge Reinhold. I can't remember his partner. That they were in the original movies. You also have Joseph Gordon-Levitt playing a detective who's like the ex-boyfriend of Eddie Murphy's character's daughter. And so you have a kind of current generation, previous generation dynamic being explored, which is interesting because there's certain things that what you would have done that were done in the old movies that nowadays it's just like you would not be able to get away with.
Yeah.
So and they play on those character dynamics too. Do you have any other final thoughts on Axel F?
Go see it. It's a good look.
It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix. It's not going to hurt you to watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we out. That's it.
That's it.
All right, we out.